You cannot stand still. You are changing constantly. So when you say, I've been stuck in this same old pattern without enough money, or without a relationship that I'm wanting, or with this body condition, I've been stuck in this for so long and I want change. And we say, you're getting change, but you are so focused on what is that you keep offering vibrational patterns about what is. So as your life changes, and it is, moment by moment by moment, is just changing to more of the same that you already have vibrationally patterned. When you say, I want to start bringing more money into my experience, but money has not been coming to me. And then you say, wait, I've been beating the drum of not enough money, so not enough money continues to be my new experience. Why not make more money be my new experience? I continue to be 40 pounds overweight. Why not make the perfect weight my weight? Why not beat the drum of what I do want instead of beat the drum of what is? Well, friends, that's what deliberate creating really is. It's saying, I will offer my vibration in response to something I believe will feel good, not only in response to what is. Most people offer the majority of their vibration in response to what is. That's why things seem slow to change. Because you look at what is, you observe what is, you talk about what is, you do news reports about what is, you talk to your friends about what is, you send out emails about what is. You take pictures about what is. You join groups and talk about what is. You amplify so incessantly what is that you keep recreating what is, which is all right. It does give you stability. But if you are really wanting change in your experience, then we would encourage you to selectively sift through the body of what is and focus upon the parts of it that you love the most. Start a new game that says, what I like most about this is, and my favorite thing about this is, my favorite thing about my house is, and my favorite thing about my yard is, and my favorite thing about my work is, and my favorite thing about my mate is, and my favorite thing about my body is. In other words, if you start selectively sifting and amplifying your favorite parts of what is, now what is serving as a very stable platform of creating more that will please you. Leave out the thing that says, and my most unfavorite part is. So you're beating the drum of your favorite parts, and then you're filling in around what is that is your favorite with, wouldn't it be nice if, and wouldn't it be nice if, and wouldn't it be nice if. And now the majority of your vibration is about your favorite parts of what is and your favorite ideas of what is soon to come. And now your experience, we promise it as soon as the first day you do it, is changing to what you want instead of changing to more of the same. It is so much fun to be a deliberate creator. And it is so much fun to be in a physical body at the leading edge of thought, where contrast is so superb, where there is so much variety to choose from. And so we would like to assist you so that you don't get so bogged down in the reality of what is. You make too much of this reality. You make too much of the reality. It is so temporary. There it went again. 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 Now is fickle and frivolous and does not stick around. You make too much of it. Instead, think about where you are going in the immediate future and anticipate with greater optimism the perfection of what is unfolding. And then you will be in the rhythm of the creator that you really are. You said, I'll go forth, I'll get a whiff of the platform on which I stand. From it I will glean my comparative experience, which will help me to clearly articulate where I would like to be and what I would like to do and what I would like to have and how I would like to feel relative to a myriad of subjects. And as my platform of experience inspires within me my personal preferences and desires, I know that Source will answer those desires, and then my job is to vibrationally match up with the desires that I have launched. That is what deliberate creation is. And the art of allowing is wanting so much to feel good and paying such close attention to the way that I feel, that when I find myself focused upon a thought that is bringing forth within me negative emotion, that I quickly stop and say, wait a minute, I can think about this in a way that feels better. I can bring myself to a better point of attraction. I can create my experience to be exactly what I want it to be, because well-being wants me. We really want you to remember that. The platform, the basis, everything that has come before you and everything that is known about you, the source that is you, is pure positive energy. Well-being is the energy of this universe. It is the only stream that flows. And when you are in vibrational alignment with it, you thrive relative to any subject that's active within your consciousness at the moment. You are an extension of source energy. And the better you feel, the more you are allowing that full connection. The worse you feel, the more you're pinching it off in that moment, no big deal, by virtue of whatever it is you're focused upon and whatever drum you're beating. Jerry and Esther have a navigational system in their vehicles. It is called Magellan. Esther says she has Magellan and Majeri. And sometimes they agree. Magellan knows where they are at all times. There is an antenna on the roof of their vehicles, and there are several satellites out in the heavens that are triangulated at all times and are knowing where Jerry and Esther are. And it feeds that information to the computer that is in their vehicle and gives them that feedback on a screen. So they will say, from wherever they are, we would like to go to such and such an address. And Magellan calculates the best way to do that. As they move along, Magellan constantly recalculates where they are in relationship to where they're going. It's really a very remarkable thing. It doesn't keep giving them information as if they were somewhere else. It gives them information right from where they are. Your guidance system is the same way. It is giving you feedback on where you are in relationship to where you want to be. So talking about where you've been is really a waste of your time and energy. And different from the driving experience. When you talk about where you've been, vibrationally, you immediately transform yourself to that place right then and there. So when you talk about where you're going, you achieve vibrational alignment with that. When you talk about where you've been, you achieve vibrational alignment with that. And the signals that you're sending out to the universe, which is what is making up your point of attraction, is constantly adjusting given whatever information you are sending forth. We want so much for you to hear that you are offering vibrations that are immediately recognized and answered, and you don't have to go back and retrace your steps through any sort of justification in order to ask the universe to take you more swiftly to where you want to be. All you have to say is, here I am, and there is where I'd like to be. And then stop saying, here I am, and start saying, there is where I'd like to be, there is where I'd like to be. I would like that, I would like that, I would like that, I would like that. And as you beat the drum of where you want to be, you offer a vibration of where you want to be, and you are immediately transformed to there. So the amount of time it takes you to get from where you are to where you want to be is only the amount of time that it takes you to change the vibration within you. Instant manifestation could be yours if you could instantly change the vibration. Now, we're not really encouragers of instantly changing your vibration. Those quantum leaps are a little bit abrupt and hard for people around you to adjust to. But when you understand that whatever you are offering vibrationally is what is coming back to you, and then you deliberately begin to offer your vibration, the ride is swift and fast and exciting and exhilarating, and those around you will wonder what magic you've tapped into. Anytime you set forth a thought about anything, the information comes back to you immediately. And unless you are offering a countering thought that messes up your vibration and keeps the signals from matching so that you cannot be the full receiver of the clear signal, it will be there fast. And so we call this gathering the science of deliberate creation when we want you to be specific about your thoughts. We call this gathering the art of allowing when we want you to pay attention to the way you feel. We are a bit schizophrenic. We want you to think about what you want, and we want you to pay attention to the way you feel. We want you to think and feel and think and feel and think and feel. You will know the content of your thought by the way you feel. And it is ever so much fun to deliberately set forth thought and then watch the universe's response to it. You begin to feel your power. You begin to feel your blessed place. You begin to feel how adored you are. You begin to feel that you are the focal point of the energy that creates worlds. You begin to recognize that there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. You begin to take on your power, your empowerment that you were born feeling. Watch the little ones. They've still got it. Try to convince them to do something other than what they're wanting to do, and you will feel the power that they are born with. And we are wanting to help you to reclaim that power. We're wanting you to find that stubborn stance that said, this is what I want, and I do not want the clutter of everyone else's opinion about this. This is what I want. When you get single-minded about something, and by that we don't mean factoring in what others say that might be in alignment or might even enhance it. What we are saying when we are encouraging your single-mindedness is that you no longer contradict your own desire by saying, but can I do it, but where is it, but why is it taking so long? Good. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you.
Hello. My question is one really of my own personal inspiration. I love this world, and I'm in love with Mother Earth, and all of the people and the souls that surround me I know are radiant and beautiful, and yet the physical experience can be quite different, and I would like to know how to see more of the divine in people as I appreciate this world.
Well, the easiest way is to look for it in those who it is easy to find, so that you really get that activated within you. And sometimes it's easier for you to find it in you, but usually it's easier for you to find it in another. Jerry and Esther met a little girl on the elevator with her family last evening as they were getting into the hotel. And Jerry said, well, she's a keeper. And Esther teased, you distract her father and I'll get her, because she really was a wonderful feeling little being to be around. They wished that the elevator would get stuck on every floor just so that they could spend a little bit more time with her. So what we're saying is pick out those that it's easy to feel that way about and amplify it and activate that rhythm of that vibration within you. And as you do that, then it's easier for you to find in another and in another and in another, until eventually you will not be able to find anything other than that anywhere you look. But usually somewhere along there, you have to get it activated about you. In other words, unless you are really finding it in yourself so that it's really a dominantly active part of you, then it's harder to see in other places. Most people are blaming the other for the way they are making them feel. You make me feel bad by being the way you are. True freedom comes by realizing that you can activate in yourself only that which you want. And then the universe can't show anything other than that to you. So then it turns out that there are 5 billion people on the planet, and you really are living in 5 billion different worlds. Even though you're sharing one seemingly time-space reality, you are really having very different experiences, one from another. As you are deliberately reaching for the thought that feels good as you focus upon someone else, and then you feel the alignment with that source energy, then you literally are becoming that. It's not stepping out of yourself and viewing yourself from the eyes of God or from the eyes of source, although that is a beautiful side. It is being the vibration that sees with those eyes. That is really what you're reaching for. You're wanting to adore. You do. You want to adore. And that is why it is so irritating when someone is not adorable. You love it so much when someone be's adorable, because they just suck it right out of you and it feels so good. And then you say, oh, bless you, adorable one. And then you say to the not adorable ones, damn you for not being adorable. Please go change so I can adore. And what we want you to understand is that you can, under any and all conditions, adore if you will invoke your ability to selectively sift that which you focus upon. And you do it a little bit at a time, don't you? In other words, it's something that you were born with that sometimes you lose by way of the way you are interacting with others, but it is really who you are. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.